Now we learn these investigators are using shortwave radio, ham radio, to communicate with each other. They're voting on net neutrality today. Ajit Pai running the FCC. And, folks, the panic is all over the place. Do you remember, some of you might remember this name, some of you might not. Does the name Sandra Fluck ring a bell with any of you? Well, Sandra Fluck apparently has been recruited to help the anti-net neutrality forces marshal their action today to protest the vote, which is going to happen, and the Obama-era net neutrality regulations are going to be relaxed, which is good for an open internet. Sandra Fluck has tweeted that killing net neutrality would kill access to abortion information. Before tomorrow's vote, take action with NARAL to demand the FCC keep internet open for reproductive freedom. In other words, if they get rid of net neutrality, women are no longer going to be able to find out where to go, what to do, and how to do it to get an abortion. Tell Congress there is no reproductive freedom without net neutrality. Join us in the fight to save our internet. Sign your name to tell Congress and the FCC that net neutrality is necessary for reproductive. If you've ever had any doubts about what this ought to end them. Net neutrality is nothing but another one of these uber left-wing socialist / communist causes that expands government and gives it total regulatory power over the internet. There are other tweets today claiming climate change depends on net neutrality. If the net neutrality rules and regulations are relaxed today, that's bad for climate change. And you want a little irony or hypocrisy? From the Daily Wire, Hollywood celebrities throw Christmas fundraiser for Planned Parenthood. Now you might think, so what, Rush? So what? Well, what is Christmas? It's celebrating the birth, B-I-R-T-H, virgin in front of it, celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. And now you have a variety show fundraiser for the organization that ends the lives of so many babies before they're born. And they are Hollywood. I mean, what is it, 1.3 million abortions a year that have, at the peak? I don't know what it is now. So abortion celebrated all over the left today. Net neutrality, even have some audio sound bites on this. Let me find where they are, because I didn't know I was going to lead with net neutrality. So bear with me here, folks, while I find out where this stuff is. And this is the first pass. I don't know where it is. So I'm sorry. Page 1, cut 3. Okay. Mignon Clyburn. She's the daughter of James Clyburn of the Congressional Black Caucasians. She is a Democrat member of the Federal Communications Commission. And this morning outside the FCC during a protest over the ending of net neutrality, Mignon Clyburn, nickname here is Steak Clyburn, had this to say.
We're right next door to a place that is going to make a significant decision today. But we're right next door to some people who speak for those who recognize that equality over the internet is a right. This is about internet equality.
Here we go.
This is about internet equality. And you've got two people that will sit in those chairs today, and they will be your voices for internet equality. But you've got a court system, you've got Congress people, you've got millions of people who are in your corner, and we will achieve internet neutrality. Internet equality. Net neutrality. We
what? She got
will
confused there.
win at the end of the day.
What is that? Internet neutrality? She meant to say internet net neutrality. Never has there been a more misnamed, fraudulent, phony issue than net neutrality. They want you to think that putting the government in charge of it and regulating it is going to keep everybody on it equal and the same. It's the exact opposite. They want to turn the internet into a utility is what they mean. They want it regulated like the power company is and like the phone company is. They want it regulated by the federal government because they run the federal government in their minds. And they want control over the internet, and they want to be able to punish the cable providers, and they want to be able to punish the ISPs. They want to punish AT&T. They want to punish Comcast. They want to pay. They hate them. The only thing that young people care about on the internet is Netflix. If you could find a way to make Netflix free, they would forget about opposing anything else you wanted to do there. It's a bit of an exaggeration. Here's Ed Markey, Democrat. He's a senator now from Massachusetts. He was also at the net neutrality protest.
This is a fundamental issue of equality. This is about ensuring that people, without fear that they will be cut off, can say Black Lives Matter. Say, puede.
What?
That they can say, yes, she persisted. That it is possible for any voice, no matter how small, to be online. That any company, no matter how small, can get online without fear of having themselves tipped upside down and having money shaken out of their pockets by the big broadband barons.
So we must have net neutrality so that we can have Black Lives Matter and so that she can say she persists and so that we can make fools of ourselves. And then you go back to Sandra Fluck. We need net neutrality or women are not going to be able to find out how to get abortions. It's like magic, folks. When the FCC votes to roll back Obama-era oppressive regulation of the internet, immediately women are going to be walking around dazed and confused, not knowing where to go to abort their babies, not knowing where to go to find out where to go, not knowing where to go to find out how to do it, not even to find out where the back alleys are. Because net neutrality is going to take away all of that information. Net neutrality is going to take away Black Lives Matter. The people who believe in Black Lives Matter somehow magically are going to lose access to the internet. You think this is about the internet. You look at these people making fools of themselves in this protest, the things they're saying. If anything should tell you that this is nothing but the latest dazzling cause of the day for the Uber lift, it's all these sound bites. Here's Chuck U. Schumer in Washington on the Senate floor.
If net neutrality is eliminated, the internet may resemble a toll road with the highest bidders cruising along private fast lanes, while the rest of us inch along on a single traffic-choked public lane. We could be forced to purchase internet packages much like cable packages, paying for more popular sites. It's hard to imagine an entrepreneur building the world's next revolutionary billion-dollar company while she sits in a bumper-to-bumper traffic online.
All right, well, let me ask you a question. Obama-era net neutrality rules are basically 2 years old. The internet came into existence from literally nothing and blossomed into what it was with anything you wanted. You could find anything you wanted, and you could buy different speeds, you could buy different packages, you could buy whatever you could afford, you could buy whatever you wanted, and look at what happened to the internet. It grew and grew and grew, and these people in Washington are sitting there seething that they don't have any control over it. They are seething that this massive thing, which is getting everybody involved. There was more free speech on the internet when it first started and for the next 15 years than there's ever been anywhere. There was more access to information the first 15 years of the internet when it was unregulated than anything ever in human history. New companies were born, large and small. Some succeeded, some failed. But it was look at what's happened to the tech industry with a free and open internet. For the first 15 years, and Obama and his crowd figures out, we don't have any control over this. We want to get our mitts in it. Think back 10, 15 years. How bad was the internet? Look at all that was there, and it was free. You want the New York Times? It was free. You want anything? It was free because they didn't know how to monetize it at first. Then they started doing paywalls, but that had nothing to do with internet regulation. It had to do with profit. So if you wanted to read the New York Times on the internet and you didn't have a subscription, lo and behold, you had to pay for it. Why would that be? Well, that costs them to produce it or anything else. My point is the first 15 years of the internet, you could do anything you wanted on it. You could access anything you wanted on it. It was wide open. It grew and it created multi-billionaires left and right. There was nothing wrong with it except the left didn't have their hands on it. Here comes Obama, net neutrality. Net neutrality is the same as affordable health care for all Americans. There was nothing affordable about Obamacare, was there? Remember, you get to keep your doctor, keep your plan if you like it. They're doing the same lying technique here with net neutrality. Got to take a break. Don't go away. We've only had net neutrality for a couple of years. What did women do to find out where to go to get abortions before that? Anybody know? How did it happen? Must have been really tough. Must have been really arduous. Because you go back 3, 4, 5, far back as many years as you want, we didn't have net neutrality, and yet abortions happened. How?